championship beat them last year, I think that really woke them up. Yeah, because when they beat them at their home place, oh man, that woke them up.
That probably was the upset of the season.
Oh yeah, no question about it. No question about it.
What's up? What you talking about? What we're talking about tonight is high school football. Start of the season is upon us. Jamborees all over the state this week. We were just mentioning West Feliciana and Zachary. Scrimmage, that's going to be an awesome scrimmage. Other scrimmages across the state. But tonight, our featured team is the Ferriday Trojans. They are your 1A state championship. Joining us tonight from Ferriday will be head coach Stanley Smith, assistant head coach Kenny Kitchens. Those guys were on top of their game last year as they just blurred the competition. They were super good. They had a lot of guys that signed to the Division I level. Coach Smith, what's happening on your end?
Well, you know, we have, and my hat's off to Ferriday, because at the end of the day, man, when you could take a town, Ferriday is known to have some teams that would fight and grit. They never quit. But when you get to put them together, and those young men come together like that, and it just really revives a small town like Ferriday, and it just really adds something to those kids will never forget that. The town will never forget that.
Right.
And I think it's a hats off to Coach Stanley and his staff for the job they did last year. But guess what, Hobert? It's a new year.
New year. Joining us right now is head coach Stanley Smith, assistant head coach Kenny Kitchens. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing tonight, man?
Good afternoon.
I'm good. I'm good. How y'all doing?
What's going on?
Awesome, awesome. Glad you guys could take time out of your busy day. You guys get started late there. And so this is, you know, again, a wonderful opportunity for us, for you guys to take time out of your busy evenings. You know, you guys could be at home, propping your feet up, enjoying some Tuesday night TV or something. But you guys are here with us, Coach Smith and I. And so the first thing that I like to do is just congratulate you guys on a phenomenal season last year. If I'm not mistaken, you guys dominated the competition with the exception of one game, and that's again, an outstanding job, as Coach Smith said, for a small town like Ferriday to get to bring some big hardware back. Tell us, Coach Smith, first, tell us what that moment was like for you guys.
First of all, I'd like to thank y'all guys again for having me, man. It means a lot, man, especially right now, you know, with everything going on in the world right now, and the pandemic and everything, and y'all thinking about little old Ferriday, man. I appreciate that, man.
Right.
Man, you know, when I think about it, man, you know, being from Ferriday, born and raised in Ferriday, being an alum and being a player here, you know, I get emotional when I think about it, man, because I understand what the grind is and what it was to get to that point, you know.
Right.
That's something I've always strived for, to bring the team to the dome and bring the title back as a player. And I was blessed enough to do it as a coach, you know. So it would always be a memory in my mind I'll never forget. I'll take it to the grave.
Coach, you're the defensive guy for the squad. What's that like on a given day? What are you telling those kids every day to get them motivated to hold teams to under 10 points?
You know, our motto is alignment, assignment, execution. You know, you got to know what you're doing. You got to get lined up right, and you got to play ball. I mean, at the end of the day, don't get blocked and make it tap. You know, everything you have to do has to fit within the scheme. You know, you just can't go out there and just wildcat and just playing ball. You know, you have to do what it calls within the scheme to do. You know, we're technique, fundamentally based defense. So, you know, alignment assignment is huge for us.
Coach, this is the other Coach Smith.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Look, and first of all, again, hats off to you and your team, your staff, and the administration up there, because of an excellent job last year. I'm looking at your schedule from last year, and if I remember correctly, did y'all beat you guys beat A&E at AB. Is that right? Did you have
No, it was at home.
It was at home, wasn't it? That's why when we came through there, that's why y'all were partying so hard. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was like 1999 again.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. It was unbelievable. And being coaching at Southern and won a couple titles there, I know the time you put in. I understand it. Coach, why do you love it so much? Because I tell you what, when I was doing it, man, it was nothing better than seeing those young men execute the things that you're talking about on a Friday night. What is it that motivated you to get into coaching? Tell us a little about yourself.
I love the game. I've been a part of the game since I was about 10, 11 years old. And I can't see myself doing anything else. It's something that I look back, I'm paying it back in full, because somebody did the same thing for me when I was a kid and gave me guidance, gave me structure, and gave me a routine to do in my life, and it's kind of bled over to, to the next generation, I get the joy of just kids just doing positive, good things, and actually get the opportunity to watch them grow from little snotty-nosed freshmen until, they think they're grown men and seniors, you know what I mean? So,
right.
Man, it's to me, it's like a ministry. You just putting back in the community, you put back into the kids, and just hopefully you get to go back and inspect that fruit one day, and you got a good fruit,
Right. I'm going to bring Coach Kenny in right now, Coach Kenny Kitchens. He's the offensive guru specialist. Offense is his thing. How did you get so good at offense and getting kids to enact your vision of play calling?
Well, I started off on the defensive side, man, when I began coaching. And I just feel like being on the defensive side, it made me understand, how defenses are trying to attack offenses. So just being on the defensive side, man, like I say, I understood what was going on. And I studied a lot of Auburn film coming up. And I always told myself if I was ever to be an offensive coordinator, that was the type of scheme I would want to run. A lot of power run game and a lot of RPOs built off of it. And, I put in a lot of time. I put in a lot of game planning time. And I try to make sure that my guys understand the scheme within what we're doing. So, man, a lot of reps, a lot of repeating plays, man, and just making sure everything is trying to get to a perfected level, and man, the guys, they pick up on everything, and we run everything here like a college system, man, and, we force feed everything to them, because at the next level, man, you got to go in and you got to be ready to go. So, the things we try to instill here are things that I learned at the college game whenever I was coaching at Louisiana College.
Right. What, with regards to the state championship game last year and the semifinal game, what game, when you reflected back on it, where it seemed like every play you called just worked and you guys ended up scoring a touchdown off every offensive possession, what game was that for you guys?
I would probably say the first round of the playoffs against Vinton. They kind of try to say, playoffs is kind of watered down, but we know Vinton was going to come out and give us their best shot, man. And we just really used that game as kind of, wanting to execute on every play. And I think every drive that we went on that play in that game, we actually executed and scored on every drive.
Coach, this is Coach Smith. I'm glad to have you this evening. And as offensive coordinator, I'm an old trench fighter. Who are the guys up front? They seem to be buying into what you were what you were coaching and teaching, and they've bought in and learned. But talk to me about the growth of that group throughout the season. What was it? Was there a particular game, or there was a particular moment, even before the playoffs, that you said, I got a special group of hogs up front. I think we can do something.
Well, it all starts up front, man. That's on the offensive and defensive side. And if I can recall, I would say maybe the Mangum game.
Okay.
It was a big game going into it. It was a game of the week. And, man, our guys executed in the rain, in the mud. You know, they understood what was going on, and man, we came out firing all cylinders on for the game of the week, man. So I would say probably that Mangum week.
Coach, it ain't nothing like it's watching your guys go out there and just execute in some situations that aren't so they're not perfect, but your guys did it, and that's hats off to you and Coach Stanley and Coach Kitchen. One more thing. The signal caller, your guys back there in the backfield, this young man had to be really special to operate what you're trying to accomplish every Friday night.
Man, Kobe Dillon, man, he was a special kid, man. We put all the pressure on him. I had him from a sophomore. You know, he started off as a kid that really didn't understand the game, man, but he put in a lot of time and work, man. We had a lot of meetings together, and nothing went over his head, man. He was a student of the game, and now he's paying dividends, man. He's at JUCO playing ball right now. He's actually competing for a starting spot. So, man, we're gonna miss him, but around here, man, we got a motto: next man up. So, we're gonna keep rolling. We're gonna reload, and man, we're looking to make another run.
Coach Smith,
Yes, sir.
you guys ended the year with a state championship. What I like to do at this moment is kind of recognize some of the guys that from Ferriday, Louisiana, that went on to play at the next level. If you could tell us about some of those kids and their name.
Right now, I kind of start with the present and work my way back to the past. Right now, we have Kobe Dillon, which is at Hines Community College. We have Byron Milligan, Chessenberg, and Derek Shepard. Right now, they're at Coffeeville, Kansas. Competing, all of them right now competing for starting jobs. These kids, some of the kids that we coached when we was here, they kind of bought in, understood, hey man, we got to go to work every day, no matter what level or whatever it is, we got to go to work. Nick Davis, he's an offensive lineman at Northeast Oklahoma State. He's a kid that overcame a lot to earn a scholarship at Division II level. Right now, the coaches tell me he's the best lineman on the team. 6'4" kid, about 285. Can really run long. Just a big, nasty kid. We have Sebastian Turner. He's at ULM. He plays secondary for us. He's going to compete at a starting center position for us at ULM. We have Lewis Matthews at Grambling State. He's a walk-on that right now is competing to be a starter and earn some scholarship money at Grambling right now. So we're proud to have him. Right now, another kid that's from Ferriday, we didn't have opportunity to coach him, but he went to junior college at Hutchinson. He's playing at Alabama right now. He got some bad news. He broke his arm last week, so he's probably going to be on the IR. We was expecting some big things for him, but it kind of derailed a little bit. I could go back a little bit. Jeremy Lawrence played at LSU. Was an all-SEC guy. Carter Thomas played at Louisiana Tech. Was an all-conference guy. Myself, I played at UL. I was an all-conference guy. Ronnie Lloyd played at Louisiana Tech. D-line was an all-conference guy. Walter Johnson, he's probably the biggest name that came out of Ferriday. Was a second-round draft pick with the New Orleans Saints. Played about 7 or 8 years in the NFL. But right now, I think we have a guy that's right now about to take over that top spot, man. Darryl Rosenthal. Right now, he's the starting left tackle at LSU. And a lot of eyes, a lot of the expectations are high right now for him. Just have to matriculate through, take care of business in the classroom, stay out of trouble off the field and just take care of business on the field. And I'm hearing he's having a projection as a top 5 pick right now.
That's awesome, Coach. So as you guys have had success over the last couple of years, and you reached the pinnacle, but for any good structured coach, one championship only makes you even hungrier for another one. Losing some key players on both sides of the ball, what do you guys have to do to get those guys prepared for this upcoming year and to try to repeat as champions in your next man up philosophy?
Well, it was good, that we was able to have the opportunity to put, some of our young guys in games last year, when it got kind of out of hand, so they was able to get some in-game reps, which helped out a lot. And not some of the, I guess you would say, greenness, if that's a word. But it kind of, got them kind of understanding what the process was, And we have 18 seniors coming back this year, so they kind of understand the expectations. This is our first class when we came to Ferry, so we watched them grow all the way up, so they understand the expectations we have, and we know how they work. So we can kind of, we need to turn that nozzle up, we can turn it up, we need to turn it down, we got to turn it down. So it's a family atmosphere. I try to be as transparent as possible. I call it how I see it. I don't sugarcoat. I let them know when they're doing good, and I let them know when they're doing bad. They need a hug, I give them a hug. They need a foot, I give them a foot. So, we just try to hold each other accountable and just get the job done.
Coach, how important is it? Because as a former coach, I realized when you have guys that you brought up from like you said, they were just babies, they were freshmen, and now they're your seniors. How important is that for your overall program? And then, because you still got some more ninth graders coming up, and you got to get those guys ready. But this group right here, they have to be something special.
Right. They're kind of, they're bridging the gap. They have to come to work every day. They have to be intentional with everything they do. So the young guys can see how to work, because they don't know how to work. They're coming from junior high. They don't understand the expectation that we have, like Coach said, both of us coach college football, so we try our best to run a college program, with everything we do, whether it's conditioning or treatment or practice schedule, everything we do is very structured and organized. So, they have to show those guys the ropes, so we hold them accountable to coming in and being a big brother,
You guys have a situation this year, shortened schedule. You guys have had to change up a lot of the things you do, or how you've done things in the past. What's different this year that you guys have implemented to try to keep kids safe?
Well, the biggest thing, I'm looking at it right now, man, is, the water, with being in the South and Louisiana, where it's so hot and humid, we had to keep the kids hydrated, you know what I mean? And we can't do any water coolers, we can't do any water cows. You can't have Gatorade or anything like that. So the community has stepped up huge. We have community banners, cases of water, cases of Gatorade. That's helped out a lot, We have a lot of plastic laying on the ground, but that's where the trainers and the freshmen come in at.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Get it right, Coach. Get it right.
So I'll say that's probably the biggest adjustment besides, temperature checking and, trying to make sure, we kind of keep social distancing and keeping everything clean, sanitized, But I say the biggest deal has probably been the water, because that's very important.
Looking at your schedule right now, Coach, you guys have put together the best possible schedule to get your kids prepared for another run. You guys open up with a scrimmage against Bastrop, 4A Power, here over the last 10 or 12 years or so. They've been pretty tough, team you don't want to meet. Why'd you guys choose Bastrop as your opening scrimmage game?
It's a measuring stick. We want to see where they're at. They've been a predominant playoff team, state title team, like you said, over the last 10 to 15 years, And we want to see, can we compete with the big dogs on a year-in, year-out basis, We play up, prior to the pandemic, we had Ash, which is 5A school, and Plaquemine, which is a 4A school scheduled, so I had to figure out a way to get that level of competition back up there. And Bastrop was willing to play us and host us and everything, and I jumped at the bit for the opportunity to go compete.
Right.
Coach, your conference this year, I know you're playing a lot of other conference games, as you build up to your conference games. In your conference, who traditionally has given you the most trouble over the years? And I know you don't like looking ahead because I know Sicily Island is the first home game, but just in general, who is giving you the most trouble? And what is your conference looking like this year going forward?
One thing about our conference, we have a lot of competition. A lot of people don't give us the just due because we're in North Louisiana, but we had 5 teams out of our district last year make the playoff. So you know that's pretty solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. But I'll say right now it's about 2 teams that's probably the toughest in our district right now, and I say Fidelity, because that's just our biggest rival. You know, last 2 years, the first year they beat us. The second year we went toe to toe, and we got to win. And last year was kind of it was a competitive game, but we came out on top. You know.
Okay.
And also Mangum. Mangum has been a solid program. You know, they've been to the Dome. You know, back years in the past. They run a solid program. You know, the kids play hard. They understand what physical football is about. General Trash, I mean, they've been good competition too. So I mean, I can go on and on. You know,
right.
I mean, they come at it. I mean, we've won district since we've been here every year, but you know, we have good competition, and they want to beat us. So we have to be prepared and come to work every day. You know, because they want to beat us. You know.
No days off, right, Coach?
Right.
All right.
Coach Kenny, I'm gonna throw you a hot potato, man, a rocket. It said Sean Payton in his entire NFL coaching career since he's been a head coach, he generally scripts his first 10 to 15 plays offensively and see if he can get a flow for what the game brings. What's it like in your big brain and getting prepared offensively to play the chess match against each defense?
Well, like you say, you know, I usually come out with about 12 to 15 play script to open up a game. I throw a bunch of different formations out there just to see what the defense is going to line up and see if they're actually going to line up to what we saw on film. And out of those 12 to 15 formations, man, I pick the best formation that suits us, man, and I just keep attacking off of that formation until they adjust, and then I adjust on the fly, man. I usually sit in the box so I can see the whole field. I coach a lot better at being in the box. And my 2 offensive coaches that I have, you know, they do a good job of huddling on the sideline whenever we get timeouts or whenever we in between quarters, man. They do a good job for me. So, you know, we all work together, man, and everything comes together.
Losing your quarterback last year, having to break in a new quarterback this year, what's that experience been like, and how has he picked up on the things that you're trying to put into play?
You know, well, we have 2 quarterbacks right now that we're, you know, kind of trying to see who's going to be that guy. You know, the guy right now that's the front runner, you know, he's been with us since day one, man. He came in as a freshman when we got here. He's been a bag up. You know, last year he went down with an ACL injury in the second week. So right now he's still rehabbing, still trying to get back 100%. And, you know, our second guy right now, he's picking up the offense very well. You know, he's a newcomer to us. So, you know, it's a lot being thrown at him right now. But I would say at this time right now, you know, he's doing a very good job for us, man. So, you know, whoever ends up being that guy, man, you know, they gotta pick it up and they gotta roll, man. You know, it's not gonna be easy, but you know, we're gonna get the meet time in, and we're gonna get the reps so that everything will come easy on Friday.
Can you give us a hint at who's in the lead?
Man, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Like I say, man, they both bring something different to the game, man. You know, one guy, he's a pocket passer. He can read a defense. He understands coverages, and the other guy, he's a dual threat guy, man. So I couldn't say one is ahead of the other. I would just say, man, just be ready to maybe see a 2 quarterback system.
No doubt.
No doubt, Coach. And look, I'm gonna throw a curveball. We like talking offense. We like talking defense. Coach Kitchen, Coach Smith, talk to us about your special teams. No one goes to the Dome without having some good special teams. How did these guys buy into that? I mean, it's obvious that you guys did an excellent job on special teams, because I just don't believe you can get to the Dome without having some guys on special teams who understand what you want execute it, and then deliver each and every Friday night?
Well, we believe in playing our starters on special teams, you know, because special teams is another phase of the game, just like offense and defense. So it's not a time to get a blow. It's not time to take a play off. It's part of the game. We play football.
That's right.
So
That's
guys
right.
understand, and we put emphasis on that every day. We give it time, just like we give time for individuals or inside or 7-on-7 or 1-on. We give special teams a block every day. That's something that we hang our hat on, and we put our best players on there. and they come out and they execute, because special teams is effort and an energy type of deal. And I think our kids understand that it's a great opportunity to create big plays, you know.
All right, Coach, I'm gonna throw out a couple of names and give me your thoughts in response. You can take one, and we'll let Coach Kenny take one, and go from there. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right, this one is yours, Coach. November 6th, Mangum Dragons Senior Night. Go.
It's gonna be a big night, man. They're gonna come to win. We're gonna come to win too. It's gonna be a competitive game. So I mean, it's gonna be a great night. 18 seniors, man. We gotta send them out the right way, you know. So they got 20+ seniors too. So you know, I mean, it's gonna be a class of tight. That's probably the best way to describe it. Class of tight.
Man, that's nice.
And for you, Coach Kenny, and I don't want the edited version, Coach Kenny, because I know you. October 30th, Vidalia. What do you have planned for the up the road rival? Give it to me unedited, unscripted.
Hey man, it's a rivalry game, man. You know we're coming out. Hey, hairs blazing, man. Hey, we try to throw everything at them. You know, I mean, I think every year since we played, each team has came out with a trick play. You know, so I mean, both communities know what the game means to the parish, and I mean, I believe both teams are gonna come out on fire, man. I mean, it's a game everybody around here always looking forward to, and I mean, of course, we're coming out to look for the W. So. Hey, it is what it is. Man.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, I'm gonna let Coach Smith have the last word tonight. You know I'm a fan of you guys, man. So I can't wait to see what the product brings.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I appreciate everything y'all doing, man. Hey, it's huge, man.
Coach.
Uh-huh.
The other Coach Smith.
See there, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen, Coach Smith. Look, I said,
no. There's a little pause right there.
Yeah, there was a little bitty pause right there. Well, look, that's okay. But Coach, first of all, I just want to say good, much success to you guys, your staff, and the community, and for this upcoming season. And my hat's off to every coach that gets out there with these kids during this time. And I just wanted to just let you know how much, I'm a football official, and I really appreciate good football teams. I love this time of the year. And as a former coach, man, watching you guys, especially you young guys, I got a lot of young guys coaching. And I just want to say, man, thank you for working with these kids. Letting them give them opportunities to be successful. And like you said, it sounds like to me you're ministering to these kids. And I just want to say my hat's off to you and your staff.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. It means a lot, man. Because you know what it's about. It's not an easy job, man.
All right. So now it's your turn, Coach Stanley Smith. And then give Coach Kenny a shout out. And that'll be what you talking about, because that's what we're talking about. Go.
I'd like to give the whole staff a shout out, man. Administration, the whole school, man. Nothing happens without these guys, man. Shout out to our kids. We got a lot of seniors coming back this year, so the expectations are high. So we got to come out, and we got to know we got a target on our chest, man. So we got to come to work every day. So it's nothing new, but it's a new season. So we got to put last year behind us and move forward. We don't want to have a lull. We don't want to. Think that we've accomplished something that we haven't accomplished this year. Last year was last year. So, saying that, hey, we're moving forward, trying to bring it home again.
Coach Kenny.
Yes, sir.
Any last words?
Man, I just appreciate y'all having us, man. like Coach said, man, this is big time for not only us, man, but the whole state, man. You guys are creating an avenue for a lot of young coaches like ourselves, man, to get, some exposure, man. I just appreciate you guys.
Not a problem, Coach. Not a problem at all. We look forward to doing this real soon. Thank you for coming to What You Talking About.
Man, you know that's what I wanted you to do. Why are you playing? Why are you playing, man?